Got a lot going on this week.
What we got?
First, we got Reggie Wright giving us a little shout out, and he also responded to your father accusing
Okay.
him of the Tupac death. What's your?
Okay. Well, shout out to Pork Butt, Well, what up, Pork Butt? Good looking out, bro. I saw the video too, man, 10 years you've been talking about Suge. And you talking about the Knights.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You corny. Like I said, I don't got nothing against you, but I think you should talk about your legacy as a police officer. Um, but I can't speak on him with killing Tupac. Well, that's what my dad allegedly says, or whatever.
Yeah.
That's their business, man. However, it's been over 30 years, and they should just, find some common ground. Justice. I do want justice to be served. Long live Pac. He was a great man or a great artist. But Reggie, you seem like you got it out for me, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, you keep talking about our channel. You act like you don't see our channel. Nigga, you see our channel.
Yeah.
Then you like, come on, bro. Your fat ass see it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So just talk about your police work, brother. That's very commendable. You know what I'm saying? And then you gonna lie and be like, your dad don't even fuck with you. He don't fuck with Lil Suge. First y'all said that Suge wasn't my dad. Then y'all said Suge wasn't my name. Now y'all getting caught up in your own lies, and y'all too old to be caught up in your own lies. Like I said, brother, lose your weight, focus on your health, change your diapers, love your wife, talk about your son. Stop talking about the Knights, bro. Like, how do your wife feel if you keep talking about Suge's girlfriends and Suge's life? Nigga, you 60 years old almost. Talk about your life. Life expectancy ain't that long. So talk about your life, bro. But I know he I'm gonna be nice. I'm gonna just be this. He's like, bro, you don't know me. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I raised two beautiful daughters. I got my own household. I'm not no child. So when people be trying to be like, Suge's kid, I'm not a kid. I'm about to be 30 at the end of this year. I pay private school tuition for my kids. I'm a grown ass man. Pay them, like,
Exactly.
So it's just like, in this world, y'all gotta just do the right thing. Talk about your legacy. Talk about your life. Talk about your son, bro. You know what I'm saying? You a whole YouTube monetization of just talking about Suge, and it's using my name. Anyways, man,
Yeah.
we know Reggie gonna, shout out thank you for the shout out, Reggie, but wipe your ass. On to the next question. All right.
All right. So we was about to talk about this last week, but we forgot. Let's speak on the new Row movie and this lady SKG that supposedly has your dad's life rights, and she's also the same lady that had that bizarre altercation with Big U, like arguing, which always seemed kind of weird to me and kind of staged.
Yeah, I don't know the lady. I'm not familiar with that. What I do see is a pattern though of like, I may be wrong, but I may be right. Clout chasing. So I'm the owner of the Suge Knight name. So whatever they want to do with the Road movie, that is their project that I'm not a part of. But I'm not blocking it either. So if people want to support that, they can support that. I know we could take it to a major production. And my whole goal is to have it in the right hands and his story to be told correctly. And my major goal, not to sound like it, I just looking out for family. And my whole thing is protecting legacy. So while we do this movie, I want make sure that my brothers and sisters are incorporated, like in a percentage wise, they're taken care of. Other than that, they can contact me to use the name and call it the Suge Knight movie and whatever they got to do. But other than that, man, do the right thing. Don't. I think that my pops just need to just stay focused on getting out. I'm pretty sure. He got his pen pals. So she may be something that he put money on his book. Who knows, bro? Maybe send him some pictures. I doubt he put money on his books, but like he got it. Like he got his own way. But I don't know about the Road movie. I ain't hating on it. I'm not trying to block it. However, I will remind everybody, if you want to see the Suge Knight movie and you want to see something with a major production company, it's probably going to be done through Suge J Knight. And, best of luck to everybody else. So
That's what's up.
that's what's up.
Now, have you heard that the judge turned down Tory Lanez appeal
Yeah,
to bring in new evidence.
that's tough. You know, that's tough. That's it's not over. You know, they did that to my pops too, but that doesn't mean it's over. Hopefully he just gets that chance to get, the judge and allows him to look into that evidence, because evidence obviously is a major role in that, that case. That'll be fair. We were all about justice. So hopefully justice is served to everyone that's involved in that party. And then, we get to hear from Tory Lanez pretty soon.
Yeah, I mean that I gotta look into it, but it really does bother me because they release the body cam footage where the girl says on tape,
Yeah.
I stepped on glass. Like Megan Thee Stallion says it to the officer, I stepped on glass. And, when you get shot, I feel like you'll be in a lot more pain. There'll be a lot more blood. And you would know a difference between getting shot and stepping on glass,
Yeah. Well,
So,
you got their story, his story, her story,
yeah.
and then they got the truth.
Yeah.
And then, when it comes to law, they don't really care about that. They just care about whatever works, whatever is the law, follows the law, and whoever wins for either the prosecutor or whatever.
But it kind of just seems, and I don't want to, I'm always a conspiracy guy, but it does seem like Rockefeller or Rock Nation, or, it does look like some big hidden hand is against them.
That could be the truth. That could be a speculation. You know what I'm saying?
Speculation.
But we don't know. We just got to wait till the truth come out. I support you, Tory. I support also. I'm glad that Megan is actually moving forward from that, and I hope that everybody could just move forward and just continue their career, because at the end of the day, we still lost two good artists from that. So,
and that's the same thing as like, I ain't really mad at Megan Thee Stallion, because I think it's bigger than her, and I think maybe she was forced to, to go with the program,
I mean, if I'm not mistaken, she didn't have her mother and father, you know what I'm saying? So she probably just, during that time, it was just a dark time for her, and she was just maneuvering through life. She's still very young. We were all around the same age, so it's just, it's unfortunate, but it's something that happens in the past, and we just later, hopefully everybody grows from it. Everybody made mistakes, and it happens.
And it kind of seems like Tory's like keeping the street code by not snitching, because I think he could have been like, done a lot more, but he's not doing it because he'll be snitching on people. So,
well, if that's how he feels that he should maneuver in life, that's his choice. That's, some people are street code, they gotta move like that. Some people gotta move to just get their freedom. Some people gotta move by snitching on people. I don't know. I have a different definition of what snitching is. Like, it's one thing if you're like fighting for your freedom and you just want to get back to a civilian life or be an artist. Cool. Of course, you don't want to do something like tell on somebody when you're involved in it. But like, I feel like snitching is, if you're involved with something and you're doing something wrong, and then you're trying to get out, of course that's snitching. But also, if you're just trying to like maliciously get somebody back, I think that's really snitching to me. I mean, some people may disagree with me, but other than that, if you're just like a civilian dude and you got caught up in some, in a bad situation, then, fight for your rights. You know what I'm saying? Like, it varies. In Tory's case, I don't think he should look at it as call it snitching. Just more like you fighting for your life, because you still got your family to take care of. You still got you to take care of. So it's like, what code are you trying to keep up? Them dudes on the street code ain't gonna take care of your family. They gonna just move on.
But I guess maybe he's tying his street code to his brand, which is,
I don't know, because I don't know if that's true. I don't want to put that on him. He's known for just the summer bangers, like.
Yeah, but he has such a, I guess, connection to hip hop and street hip hop that if he loses that edge, then he kind of loses that authenticity.
That's what I'm saying, like, because I really listen to his music, I like, he's like when I say summer hits, it's more like not even club, just like outside music, fun music. So it's not really connected to like street. Like yeah, I got the burner on me. Who got the ride on these niggas? It's a real positive music. It's like a lot of upbeat. You know, a lot of bad bitches listen to.
But I think I think it's persona and the fact that he's endorsed by a lot of street rappers, like being on hooks and which brings in a lot of money. So if he's looked like a snitch, then the people like the Meek Mills and you know what I'm saying, don't want to.
Meek Mill?
Hey, that was the worst name I probably could have brought up.
I'm about to say,
I couldn't think of any other names.
No, I get it, because like Meek Mill, like I'm not dissing Meek Mill, but like Meek, bro, Dream Chasers, it was motivation, like boom. I liked Meek Mill too for a minute. And then that's why I don't understand like this whole street code stuff. Like gangster rap kind of died a long time ago. Yeah. So I feel like those dudes just got caught up in that whole tapping in culture and moving with mob ties and looking cool and maybe all that. But those were the people that was going to their concerts. Yeah. And I look at it differently. Yeah. That I don't really believe in being like strong arming. I'm not a punk. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But it's just more like I make good decisions. Yeah. So I think those dudes should just push on making good decisions. Because those are the people that's going to buy your tickets. Those are the people that's going to go to your concerts. Yeah. The niggas who don't buy your tickets and who's telling you the strong arm shit and be like, yeah, they tap in, they don't even like your music. They don't even like you.
And even if they did, they ain't buying it.
They ain't buying it. They making sure you tap in to go ahead and like extort your ass. Like
you might get a stream from them niggas.
Yeah, and then they kind of throw that extorting shit like onto like dudes like Big U, my pops and all that. That wasn't the whole tapping in culture, especially with my pops. Yeah. Nah, bro. More tapping in is just like, okay, if you come to this city, let an artist from that city open up for you if you popping in that city. Yeah. That's tapping in. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Do a song with somebody from that region, and then you build your fan base collectively. Yeah. Not like it's some extorting shit like, yeah, you're going to ride. You better tap in for protection, bro, for the Bloods and the Crips to come and get you. Like, no, bro, that sounds good on YouTube. Yeah. But other than that, like, that's the past, bro.
Yeah, I've never, I've been around a lot of these guys and I'm just sitting and watching, and if it was a tap in and it was extorting, then everybody's some bitch ass niggas.
That's what I'm saying. You bitch ass niggas.
Because it's a smiling vibe, it's a friendly vibe. So it's obviously people are helping and tapping in and giving money out of love, you know what I'm saying? I don't feel there's an extortion, you know what I'm saying? There's kind of like, people need help, and tapping in is also your street security in a way. Bruh, you know what I mean?
Trust me, bro, I get it. I agree. I agree. Like I remember one time, Sauce Walker, he was a dope dude. He came out here to do like some studio time, and a partner of mine was like, hey, yo, Lil Suge, boom, boom, come to the studio, blah, blah, blah. He rapping with him. And then I'm talking to Sauce Walker, and then I explained it to him, like, yo, tapping in, like, if you could just tap in with some people, it came off wrong, but I'm like, yo, he's tap in, like, to some artists, because you always carries a lot of Texas artists very well. I know a couple of them, one of them passed away, but, that's other business. Other than that, tapping in was just like, it'd be dope to see you collaborate with artists from LA. Or whatever. You don't got to do the whole, like, I get it, you got the blood gangs and you got the, people moving, but it's not mostly to just tapping in with Bloods or tapping in with somebody that's affiliated, just tapping in as in music culture wise. Yeah. Because that's what I see as coming up. Like, you don't really see artists, you start to see it now. Shout out to Travis Scott and Wale the Sensei. That's dope to see. Now it's starting to come like flourish and shit. Other than that, like, we ain't talking about extorting nobody or anything like that. We just want opportunity, just like how y'all got opportunity. Yeah. Because we don't really got that much media coverage, the radio, politics and all to that. So it's just like, give these dudes a shot, because opportunity is very limited to a lot of these dudes in these inner cities and all that. It's easy to say go to school and get a degree, but it's expensive. It's expensive as fuck to live in California. Yeah. And it's not set up for people to like win. That's the whole systemic oppression that we dealing with. That's one of my frustrations when I see dudes like Reggie Wright and dudes like Whack 100 they trying to build their career off of just tearing down other successful black men. Bro, what are you doing? And then you go sit up in the white dude face like Adam 22 and try to please him on his platform. What is y'all goal end goal? That's how you know like these dudes ain't businessmen. This is OGs. And it's like that's how y'all know that these dudes ain't running those streets or they're running nothing out here. They just in the way.
Yeah.
So
yeah, it's bad pat.
bad pat, you know what I'm saying? Like unless these dudes most